Hi everyone, welcome to Real Science Challenge. I'm Kent Louie, science teacher and talking head, talking science education and broadcasting from beautiful Vancouver, Canada. This is episode 79. The only way we get better at science skills like CER or claim evidence reasoning is to practice it constantly and in different contexts. Now today, I want to share a quick icebreaker I do at the beginning of class with my students that can be used to practice CER. This icebreaker generates a lot of fun discussion, but unfortunately comes with a controversial question. When did you stop believing in Santa? Now I'll provide more details in a second, but before I continue, handouts for this episode are available at realsciencechallenge.com/EP79. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please share our resources with your colleagues. We're hoping to get 1,000 subscribers by Christmas 2023. It's important to practice CER in multiple ways, not just in the science context or the science classroom, but also using some real-world data. Now, I've been trying to find some real-world data for my students to use, and what I found is that my students' opinions and experiences can be a fun source of data and analysis. So for this icebreaker, which I do at the beginning of the class on a Monday or Tuesday, I'll ask the class to come in, sit down, and to share with the person sitting beside them, at what age did you or I, or really I meant you, stop believing in Santa? Then I give them 2 minutes for some animated discussion. And a lot of students have a story of when they found out. After, I do a quick tally on a table like this. As you can see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just check it off, ask students to volunteer their answers. This is the data from one of my classes, and this is data from a second class. So what's great about this activity is that students can actually see between classes what the trend is. And by the end of the day, if you teach 3 classes or 4 classes or however many classes, you're going to have a lot of data for students to look at and compare and track trends. Now, I've gone an extra step and I've tallied all my students together into one graph, and this is what this graph looks like. When do students stop believing in Santa Claus? And nice and colorful, starting at 4 years old all the way full circle to 13. Now to the research question, when do students stop believing in Santa? Please use a CER framework for your answer. Here's a sample response. So claim, students stop believing in Santa by age 8 or 8 years old. Evidence, according to survey data, 29% of students who were surveyed said that they stopped believing in Santa when they were 8 years old. That's this chunk right here. While 75% of students, that's like from 4 years old all the way to 8 years old, 75% of students said that they had stopped believing in Santa at age 8 or before. For reasoning, and this is where I ask my students why they stopped believing in Santa at 8 years old. One reason was that some students had older siblings that found out and just decided to tell their younger siblings. One of my students said that her parents told her that gifts were getting expensive to buy, and therefore the parents just flat out told their daughter that there was no Santa, that in fact the parents were the ones buying the gifts and not to expect anything big this year. For me, I found out when I was snooping through some closets after Christmas and found a whole bunch of unused stocking stuffers in my grandparents' closet. And that's when I kind of knew that my parents or my grandparents were the ones buying the gifts. Now try this activity out with your class. Check out this nice graph one more time, all right? But of course, make sure it's a class that's old enough that everyone knows the truth about Santa. And according to my data, right here, the latest an individual finds out is usually around 11 years old. I have 1 or 2 at 13, but I think that's just an outlier, or they're lying. Okay, that's it for this episode. Please smash the like or subscribe button or leave a comment below. And handouts once again are realsciencechallenge.com/EP79. Thanks for watching. And let's talk science education again soon.